warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I am Seringan Nana. I am a postgraduate student on English Education Program in Universitas Muhammadiyah, Malang. In this video, I would like to talk about the need assessment in English for specific purposes or ESP. This topic is also a part of the course material in teaching of English for specific purposes that taught by Mr. Associate Professor Sudiran M.O. The purpose of this video is to understand about the need assessment in teaching of ESP. The things that will be discussed in this video such as the purpose of need assessment in ESP, the process of doing need assessment, and what are the type of information that gathered through need assessment. Before we go to the main topic, I would like to explain the definition of need assessment. The term need assessment or need analysis first appeared in India in the 1920s, and little research was done in its area until the 1970s. The two terms of need analysis or need assessment are synonyms and often used interchangeably. The phrase need analysis or need assessment refers to the processes used to gather information and ascertain the requirements of students who need a language. Need assessment is about assessing the current states of the learner's language learning abilities and identifying the specific context in which the learners will need to use the language. Within the context of language education, the need assessment is an essential and indispensable tool that serves both as a guide and an evaluation of the course. Then, let's talk about the purpose of need assessment. According to Bergamadi on 2022, need assessment provides some purposes in language teaching program. Those are can enable the syllabus designer to find out the discrimination among various types of learners and design courses based on their needs. Then, to know how language learning and skills learning can be maximized for a given learner's group. And then it can help us to find out the required language skill for a student to perform a particular role. It can help us to identify a difference between the current level of proficiency and requisite proficiency. And then it can help us to find out problem areas of the student. Next is the process of doing need assessment. According to Mariam on 2020, the process of need assessment involves 7 steps and a set of decision, action, and reflection that are cyclical. The steps are: first, decide what information to gather and why, and then decide when, from whom, and how to gather it, and then gather the information, interpret it, act on it, and the last step is evaluate the effects of the action. On the process of need assessment, we will investigate 2 main points. Those are: first, target needs, that refers to what the learner needs to do in the target situation, and then learning needs, that refers to what the learner needs to do in order to learn. For the list of questions that need to be answered in need assessment data collection are: in target needs, that will analyze about necessities, lacks, and want. The question that we can use are: why is the language needed? How will the language be used? What will the content area be? Who will the learner use the language? Where will the language be used? And when the language be used? In learning needs, that will analyze about road, the roads within, learner's mind, and the learner's motivation. The question that we can use are: why are the learners taking the course? How do the learners learn? What sources are available? Who are the learners? Where will the ESP course take place? And when will ESP course take place? For the data collection instrument that can be used in doing need assessment are the questionnaire, survey, focus group, interview, and test. Next is the last topic about the type of data gathered through need assessment. The type of data are: first, who the learners. It contains about the learner history, their age, gender, educational background, profession, first language, and nationality. And then the data about learners' level of language proficiency. It related to their 4 skills in target language like speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And then the data about learners' level of intercultural competence. This information focus on socio-cultural and socio-linguistic aspect of the target language to make choices about the kind of material to use. And then the learner's interest in topic or issues. This information enables teachers to devise the course under students' experience and interest. Then, about the learner's learning preferences. It's about whether the learners are comfortable with certain kinds of activities. And then, about the learner's attitude. This information reflects the learner's feeling about using the target language. So, for the conclusion, the need assessment can be accounted for as a crucial feature of English language learning, particularly ESP, and should receive sufficient attention in providing teaching materials, learning activities, test and assessment program. Using steps and stages in need assessment can help us to find out the different views of learners, teachers, and other stakeholders. Hey everyone, those are all of my explanation about need assessment in teaching of ESP. Hopefully you enjoy this video, and then see you again. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.